Welcome to our presentation on our scaling recommendation for the Spinach King. We are Team 17 and we're taking this class as part of our summer electives in the term of 2021 with Dr. Lanteri. In the following, I will show you how we use the Scalers++ model to analyze the Spinach King's business opportunities in order to scale his impact in the social innovation part. Realizing his business opportunities, his capabilities, and his contingencies, we decided to go for 4 of the main elements to scale his business to the next level. First of all, we're focusing on communicating, as his opportunities show that he could add information on the packaging, that he could utilize social media, and that he could include some PR in order to grow organically. While having the contingencies of public support, consumers support, and a high demand in the township communities, we believe that this is one of the most important factors. In addition to that, we want to focus on earnings creation. He doesn't have a lot of startup capital, and the financial assets he needs in order to grow or expand might not seem very, very high for us. But in his situation, they display a very potential challenge for his business in order to generate more revenues. The opportunities he's got are low fixed costs due to his gig economy opportunities. He's got recipes that are working, that people are demanding, and utilizing a fixed recipe would increase his possibilities to scale his business while utilizing the franchise model. And in order to increase the span that he's got with his business opportunity, we are focusing mainly on replicating his business idea and sharing his intellectual capital. The contingencies he's got is the dispersion of beneficiaries, not only within the township of Cape Town, but he could further on continue to, for example, another township like the Southwestern Township in Johannesburg, and even expand it even further. He's got the possibility to utilize demographic and geographic variation of beneficiaries, not only within the townships, but there's also like a huge part of unemployed and poor population in South Africa in general. The opportunities he's got are the franchise opportunity within the community, so he could utilize unemployed people within the community that would bake his bread and distribute it to the people while he would earn the fees. Also further on branch into other similar communities. And last but not least, the client selection is a huge part and a very important factor within the social innovation in itself, but respectively in his business. In the following, my colleagues Answer and Catherine are going to explain it in a little more detail how we would recommend our proposal on scaling the business for the Spinach King.
Going on as per our proposed scaling plan, we follow the communication as the first step, which basically disseminates the concept of Spinach King products. The founders and the employees spread the word about the products and company and the founder's background, and communicating the idea and possible impact. As you know, he started off the business from a strong word of mouth to convey the problem of chronic diseases and how spinach can essentially be the superfood replacement for communities. And going onward with affiliation, he creates he does his alliance building with community leaders, reputable community members, etc. And he would collaborate with local institutions and identify the needs of the beneficiaries.
So the next 2 part of the proposed scaling plan has to do with franchising and branching. So this will really kind of talk to the points of the Scalers++ model when it comes to earnings creation and replication, which we identified as 2 important factors. So the first recommendation is with franchising. So to replicate the business idea through franchising opportunities, this will allow Nomjana to increase his offering of nutritional bread and therefore increasing the impact to have a more healthier society. So this bread will be kind of spread out further within the community members through franchising, through increased production and distribution and increasing revenues, which he can then reinvest into the business. After implementing a successful franchising model, Nomjana should then expand to branching. So these branches will help him have a little bit more control rather than handing out the control to the franchisees, and allows him to reach other communities outside of these townships and townships that maybe are a little bit further away, which will again increase his social impact and be able to make the big changes.
So in the end, this was the Team 17's idea. We do strongly believe that it was a social, impactful business idea, wherein the idea was to impact the higher number of people in the pyramid, if we're to say. And since it is a business model, in the end, we do need to realize that the business needs to stay afloat. So as per the scalar analysis, these were the factors that we do believe. And thank you so much for your time.